Nangal greetings nga po pala, Sir Patrick. I'm Navarro Cyril John Fee and 2CSB, and I will be today discussing to you my part in the project we are making, currently making. Ay, hindi. Tapos na pala eh. Hindi na currently making. So, okay, let's go ahead. Wait lang po, sir. Um, so, pansin nyo na, pag ganun yung camera ko, kasi andito yung monitor, sir. So, okay, let's start. Wait lang, hindi pa pala na-screen record. Screen record pala. Start. Okay, sir. So basically, ito is kinoment out ko lang para may palatandaan, no? Ito yung group members namin. Eh, hindi na pala to sa pumapasok. Kaya tinanggal ko na po siya, sir. Eh po yun din drop out student nyo. Yan. Tatanggalin ko lang saglit, sir. And backslash n. Guys, Louie, yan. Ito po yung part ko. Yung mga naka-open dito. Tas may mga hindi po naka-open. Ayan po yung part na makakagrupo ko, sir. Okay, then sa ano po tayo magsisimula? Sa main menu. Bakit ganito lang yung code? Tas link list lang, initiation lang nandun sa loob. Kasi sir, yung pagkakaintindi ko po ng modularity na sinasabi nyo po, pagka sa code, kailangan sa main, sobrang iksi lang po, kaya parang tinesting ko lang po ilagay yung ano doon, yung initiation ng link list. Tapos, pagka-initiate po ng link list, ayun po, ibabato siya dito, sir, sa link list na to. Tapos, maglulok po siya forever. Nakatro po. Unless, i-exit nyo po sa menu niya mismo. Atong menu na to, is method po siya na naka-declare sa baba dito. Para lagi po siyang paulit-ulit. Ato, kita naman natin dito na public void menu, void, kasi wala tayo ibabalik sa kanya. Empty lang siya. Menu, yung pangalan ng ano natin, method. Tapos, gumamit ako ng throws IO exception. Halos sa karamihan sa lahat dito ng code. Kaya ano, para hindi siya mag-error at gumana yung buffered reader, sir. Ito po, dito po siya i-import yung buffered reader natin. And dito, sir, as you can see, nag-initiate ako ng ano. Pero kay Karag Mabel yan, sir. Kasi sunod yan. Tapos ito record nun. I-intindihin niya po yan. Ito, exiting. Itong exit na to. Pagka, kunwari, out of 1 to 4 choices, isa, product, sales, tapos, reports and analytics. Sa number 4 naman, sir, parang in-extra ko lang siya sa main interface ng menu natin. Sorry, sir, pagpasay nyo na. Sinisipan daw eh. Eh di, mangyayari doon, pagka nag-exit siya, ginawa ko, sir, imbis na system out print line, ipinangalan ko po sa string greeting siya. Yan. Tapos, parang medyo dinesign ko lang, sir, para alam nyo na, sa UI UX, ganun. UX lang pala, sir, kasi user experience. Then, dito, naalagay, exiting remarks, thank you for using the system we built. Try natin kung totoo ba. Dito, sir, ay wait lang, bago natin i-try. For integer I equals to 0, I is less than greeting.length. Itong greeting na to, sir, ito. Ay. Yung greeting na yun is by number of strings. Tapos, nilagay ko siya sa try catch kasi hindi gagana yung thread sleep pagka walang try catch. Then, si exception lang talaga yung ibinabalik sa kanya. Tapos yung E, parang identifier niya po. Parang sa parameter niya. Tapos wala na akong nilagay. Naka-empty na to. Then, thread.sleep 95. Parang 9 milliseconds ata yung bilis niya bago next letters. Tapos, ipiprint line niya po dito, system out, print line, print, kasi pag print line, pababa siya and greeting that character at kung nasan si character. Tapos index. Ayan, index. Else, hindi, walang else. Tapos, catch. Sunod ng catch, i-exit na po agad siya. Try natin kung totoo ba. Totoo yan. Testing natin. Sir, wait lang, sisingal ako saglit. Okay, sir. Then, nag-end na siya. Then, dito naman sa next part ko. Dito sa generate sum. Pagka, and record node, parang dalawang node ginawa ko dito, sir. Record node naman. Ito. In-equals ko siya kay current. May node, tapos may record node po. Okay. Naka-equal siya kay head ni record node. Tapos, nag-set po ako ng variables na maximum integer, tapos minimum integer. Tapos, total sales na double. Malay nyo, biglang mag-input ng tawag doon? Ng double. Kunwari, price. Ganun. Tapos, kung si head ay null, sa record head, edi print mo, there's nothing to delete in here. Then, magre-return lang siya para matapos na yung method. Tapos, while current not equal to null, si current, yung natin sa node, hindi siya equals to null, then if current get amount is greater than max, si max ay 0. Pagka si current get amount mas malaki sa kanya, papasok sa kanya. Parang ganun. Parang counter lang natin, sir. Tapos, current is equals to our head. And current. Mean equals max. Yung pinaka-minimum natin is 0. Then, isaset natin siya sa pinaka-mataas para mahanap natin yung pinaka-mababa. Ganun ginawa ko dito, sir, sa susunod. Kapag si minimum is greater than current that get amount, kunwari, si minimum ay 100. Tapos, Si get amount ay 95. Hindi papasok siya sa if statement. Bababa siya pag ganun. Si dating 100 na current ay minimum pala. Magiging 95 siya ngayon. Isaset sa pinakamaliit. Okay. Tapos, current get next. Tapos, sa current equals our head, ibabalik natin si current sa head. Okay? Then, while current not equals to null, para mag-traverse siya hanggang pinakadulo. Tapos, hahanapin niya si current get amount. If minimum equals current that get amount, then, magpiprint siya dito. System.out.print line. Here is the most sought products in the store. Ito yung record ID niya. Ganun, mga details ng product na yun. Siyempre, isa lang yun. Kasi, alam ka namang madami kang, dun. Kasi, yung hinahanap lang naman dito sa yung pinakamalaki. Okay. Current equals current get text. Sa loob ng while loop. Then, current equals our head while dito, current equals our head. I-equals natin siya kay head. Record node head. Tapos, kung si current ay hindi equal sa null, then, si total sales ay i-equal natin. Kunwari, si total sales, nakakuha ka ng 0. 0 si total sales, nasa siya doon. Tapos, si current get record sale, parang sa kabuo ang record, lahat-lahat yun. Kunwari, may 5 ang products. May iba't ibang, para sale, presyo, ganun. Kada loop niya, nag-a-add siya kay total sales. Kunwari, si total sales, may value na 0. Sa product 1, may 1. Product 2 ay 1. Product 3, 1 din. 4, 5. And so on. Ngayon, yung magiging total sales niya is equivalent to 5 pesos. Tapos, dito, system print line, sum of product sales is total sales. Parang 5, ganun. Tapos, ito yung pinaka-useless na, public void sales back. Parang pabalik siya sa menu. Kaya ako ito ginawa, sir, kasi parang pagka sa switch case, sir, kailangan may doon para bumalik. Gumawa ako ng empty method na wala lang ginagawa. Tapos, para matapos yung switch case, sir, edi babalik siya dun sa main interface natin. Sa main menu. Yun lang. That's it for Sir Navarro's part po. And I hope naintindihan niyo po sa lahat ng yun. Parang ang haba po nung i-video, sir. Okay. Thank you po.
Greetings, sir. I am Kevin Paloma, and I am going to present my part in our midterm project. So, let's start. Yung leader po namin is binigyan ako ng 5 na method. Ito, which is total number of product, total sales, product highest, no stock, and last one is return back. So, start tayo kay total number of product or TNP. So, ito naman ang code niya. Int counter 0, may values siya na 0. So, ibig sabihin wala pa naman. Then, yung current node daw is si head. So, if si head is wala pa naman, ito yung i-execute niya. Head is equal to null, then ipiprint niya si nating display. So, walang naka-display kay head kasi nga wala pa siyang laman. Then, after niyang i-print, ito, babalik siya, return, babalik niya kay head. So, if hindi naman ito yung i-execute niya, kung hindi ito yung i-execute ni total number of product, kung may laman si head, ito, magfa-false siya, no? Magfa-false siya. So, pupunta siya kay while. So, si current is not equal to null. So, si counter, magpa-plus 1. Then, current is equals to current.getNext. Pupunta siya sa next. Then, ito, yung output na ipiprint niya. So, total, currently listed, and counter. So, ano nga ba yung pinaka ng total number of product? So, i-show to show yung total ng nakalagay, total element na nakalagay na naka-store sa inventory neto ni TNP. So, move na tayo sa pangalawang method, which is total sales. Also, same lang siya kay total number of product. Ganun lang din siya. Ganun lang din siya kung paano siya i-execute kanina. Node current is equals to head, then same lang, double, total revenue 0, so wala pang laman si head. So 0 pa siya. Sabihin 0 si head. If 0 si head and wala pang laman, ito yung i-execute niya. Head is equals to null, then ipiprint niya natin to display, then product module return kay head. So, if hindi naman ganon, kung may laman naman si head, so, di ba, ito, pag if true yung hinahanap natin, kapag true na walang laman si null, kung true na walang laman si head, ito yung i-execute niya natin to display. Then, kapag false naman, tapos may laman si head, ito yung i-execute niya. So, yan. Current is not equal to null, so meaning, hindi equal si head sa null. Ibig sabihin, may laman siya. Ganyan. Total revenue get sale plus total revenue, then current is equal to current.getNext. Pupunta siya sa susunod, then i-execute niya. Ito. Total products revenue. Total product of revenue. Total products revenue. So, yun. Halos same lang siya kay TNP. Yun. Then, lipat na tayo sa susunod na method, which is product highest. So, ito, iba siya kasi dalawang beses sa magluloop. Itong white, itong isa, then, ito pa. So, start na tayo. Node, pero halos same lang siya, pero ang pinagkaiba, dalawang beses sa magluloop. And, if walang laman si head, true. So, if walang laman si head, true siya, ito yung i-execute niya. Nothing to display, no? Then, if false naman, ito, while current is equals to null, ang laman ng first loop is, pupunta siya sa every product, and i-compare niya yung each product product sale value with the current max. Kapag nahanap niya yung bigger sale, i-update niya yung max. I-update siya ng max. Then, after matapos ng loop, yung max, yung mag-hold ng malaking amount na nasa list. So, kaya siya, after neto, syempre, may isa pang loop. Ito yung pangalawang loop. So, ano nga bang nakalagay sa pangalawang loop? So, si loop, syempre, bago mag-start si loop, babalik muna siya sa head. Ayan, di ba si current natin si head? Then, Ayun lang, i-check lang niya yung product with the same value sa max, as max. Kung yung value daw nun is same siya sa max, which is si max is siya yung nag-hold ng mataas na value sa list. So, yun. If after nun, then ipiprint, asan ba? After neto, ipiprint niya na yung details. Asan ba yung details? Ipiprint niya na yung details ng product, ID, stocks, and sale. So, yun. After nun, then pupunta na siya sa susunod. Then, has to method, no stock. Ibig sabihin, walang stock. So, node, current head, then, boolean flag. Pag nag-false, then, ito lang i-execute niya. If head is equals to null, piprint niya natin to display. Then, if hindi naman nag-false si head, mali. Pag nag-false siya, ito yung i-display niya. Kasi ayan boolean flag. So, ito, i-display niya si product name, yung product has na may current na stock. Then, after nun, ito. After i-execute nun, ito naman siya. Ito yung ipiprint niya. All are in stock. Kapag nag-true, ayun yung niya, yung ipiprint niya, ito. All are in stock kapag may laman siya. So, tapos na tayo dyan. Last method, which is return back. Wala, ayan, nakalagay dyan. Useless function just to go back to the main menu. I-return niya lang sa main menu after. Pag nag-execute to, i-return niya lang. Iwan ko dun sa leader namin ba't ginawa. So, yun po sir. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Kenneth Riti Lapis. I will be reporting my part here in our group project. And then, let's begin. So, we have 4 methods here. We have the add, the view, what's next, update, and then the delete. So, first, let's begin with add. Okay. So, add node, public void, add node string name, string ID, int stock, double sale. So the method starts and create a new node object name ND. So the product details, name, ID, stock, and sale are set into the ND node using the setter methods. Next, if head is equals to null, the condition checks whether the linked list is empty. If true, both head and tail point to the new node since it is the only element. And then the count increments by 1 to record that one node has been added. So if the list already has nodes, the program will proceed here. It will proceed to the else statement, and then it connects the current tail to the new node by tail.setNext ND. So then it connects the new node's prev link back to the old tail using the nd.set prev tail. Then it will update the tail pointer so that it now points to the newly added node. And then it increment count again because a node has been added, or has been added. Next, it will print out finally successfully added a product, confirming that a node was inserted. Now let's proceed to the view method. So the method first check if head is equals to null. So if the statement is true, it will print out nothing to display, go add product, then return. Since there are no nodes. Then if the list is empty, is not empty, it will print out the menu for display direction, print forward, backward, and choice. And then the user's input is read and stored in the choice. So if choice is equals to 1, it creates a node current starting at the head, and then it will print out forward list. So and then we have a while loop here. So a while loop runs while current is not equals to null. So inside the loop, it prints each product name, current get product, then the direction. It moves to the next node with current is equals to current dot get next, and then when it's finished, it will print out null to mark the end of the list. And then if choice is equals to 2, we have an else if statement here, and then it will print out backward list, and then it loops through each node in reverse using current.getRev, which is here, and then printing product names in reverse order until the start of the list. And then it will print out null. So next, if the input is not 1 or 2, it will print invalid input. Okay, let's proceed to the next. So what we have in the next here is the update method. So public void update throws IO exception. So node current equals to head, and then if head is equals to null, the method prints nothing to display, go add the product first, and then returns since the list is empty. And then the product asks for a new product details. So we have a sysout here and parse int for just like the scanner. Okay. Now it will then ask the user where in the list to update. So it prints current listed 1 minus the count, then where would you like to update. So the input is stored in choice again. So if head is equal to null, it will print no listed product. Then if the user choose the if the user choose 1, or if the choice is equals to 1, it will print successfully updated in the front. And then it updates the first node head with the new values, and then it prints successfully updated in the front, and then it will call the view method to show the new list, then return. Okay, so if the user chooses the dash option, which is if choice is equals to count, it will print successfully updated the list and call the view method, and it will update the last node with the new product data. And then if the position is somewhere in the middle, a for loop runs from 1 to less than choice, moving current step by step to the targeted or to the target node. And then when the loop reaches the selected node, the program sets the new details name, ID, stocks, and sales to it, and then it will print successfully inserted at the middle, and call the view method to display the updated list, and then return. Next, we have the delete. So node current is equals to head. So if head is equals to null, it will print nothing to display. Go add product first, and it will return. And then it will ask the user where to delete. It will print out where to delete, 1, count, and then it will store the answer in the choice. And then it will validate the position. If choice equals to is less than 0, then and choice greater than count, print out enter choice out of bounds, and then return. So if choice is equals to 1, it deletes the first node by setting head equals to head, then that get next, and then it will print successfully deleted at the front, decrease the count by 1, then call the view method to show the remaining nodes. So next, so if choice is equals to count, then it will check if head equals to null, meaning there's nothing to delete, so it will print out there's nothing to be deleted here and return the message. And then starts current is equals to head for A loop runs from 1 to less than count -1, moving current to the node just before the last. Then it will print successfully deleted to the end, and then it will decrease the count by 1, and then set current that set next tail null to cut off the last node. It will cut off the last node, and then update tail to point to this new last node. And then it will call the view method to display the new list. So if the position is in the middle of the list, it will start current is equals to head. So a loop, we have an if a loop here. It will run from 1 to less than choice -1, moving to the node before the 1 to be deleted, and then it will update its link here, current that set next, current that get next, here pala, here, current that set next, current that get next, then get next, skipping over the node being removed, and then it will print successfully deleted at the middle. It will call the view method to display the updated list, then it will decrease the count, and then returns from the method. So that's it, and thank you.
Dangal greetings, sir. I'm Mabel Santiago Carab from 2CSB. I will discuss the node of our program. So this nodes class is a basic data structure mostly likely used to build a doubly linked list that stores program information for inventory or sales system. So in this class, represent a node is one product or item in the inventory. Each node holds information about sales, stocks, and product details, and it also has links like next and previous to other nodes. That's how multiple nodes will be chained together. So next, sa getters, these methods allow another class to view the values safely. This code return product data, and this get next, get previous used to traverse the linked list. And the setters, these methods allow controlled updating of nodes values. These all codes or program updates stock, updates sale amount, and set product details, and link this node to another node. In short, this node is one product with stock price, etc. It is ready for linked list structure like next and previous. It is perfectly designed for smart inventory and sales management system. Dangal greetings, sir. I am Mabel Santiago Carab from 2CSB, and I will discuss the record node of our program. This record node class is used to store individual sales record, separate from the main product links. So record node is each time a sale happens, we store a separate transaction record here. So this class represent every time a sale happens. Example, customer buyer 3, Coca-Cola. You create one record node to store that transaction history entry, not to modify the original product node. So in this code, the getters and setters. The getters are methods used to retrieve or access the value of private variables from a class. Example, the getID allows other classes to read the value of ID without directly touching it. And the setters are methods used to modify or change the value of private variables in a safe and controlled way. Example, set amount int amount allows you to update the value of amount while still protecting the variable from direct access. In short, the getter give the value, the setter update change. Dangal greetings, sir. I'm Mabel Santiago Carag again, I will discuss the record sale method. So this line or code, public void are sale throws IO exception. This method is used to record sale automatically based on the current product list that you added earlier in the product module. So this line, code current head, starts from the first product in the product linked list. And this line, record node R current equals R head is points to the first record in the sales linked list if there's is any. In this code, if head equals to null returned, if no product exists, it tells the users and stop the process. While current equals to null, this loop through every single product in the product list inside this loop. And the record node equals to new record node creates new sales record for each product. And this line nd.set record sale current.get sale is copies the product's total sale amount into the sale record. And nd.set p name current.get product is copies the product name into the sales record. And this line and this set amount current get stock copies the current stock amount into the sales record. Then it checks this code if record head equals to null. If this is the first sale record, make it the first node in the record list. And else, if sales already exist, link this record to the end of the sales list. And the record count and the set ID record count assigns a unique ID number to each sales record. And the current equals current that get next moves to the next product. After the loop, this line or code system.outprint automatically recorded all the items listed. Display a message that all products have been recorded as sale. This method automatically records all current product as sales record, copying name, sales amount, stock, and signing record ID without asking the users to select just once.
Dangal greetings. My name is Leandro Magais and I will be discussing my part in this group assessment. To start with, we're going to start with the product menu, which prints out the add product, view, update, delete, and search, and an int choice for our switch statement. So for case 1, it prints out enter new product, product ID, current stock, and enter sale. As for this line of code, the add node passes the values on what the user typed in. So let's say we wanna add a product. Let's go to product module and add a product. Product has Apple. Product ID 1, 30 in stock, 20 in sale. Let's add another one. There we go. We have successfully added 2 products. So for case 2, the view. If we want to view our products, let's go to our product module again, view the product list, and print forwards. And as you can see, our 2 products are printed forwards. The next case is the update. If we want to update our product, let's go to our product module again, update the product, enter the new product, the product ID, the stock amount, and sales. So we'll choose one or product 2. We'll choose product 2. Then print forward. So as you can see, the orange has been updated into watermelon. The next case is delete. If you want to delete our product, let's go to our product module again. Delete product. We will choose 1 or 2. We'll choose product 2. And we have successfully deleted at the end. Let's print forwards. And there we go. The apple or the watermelon has been deleted. The next one is the search. Let's go to our product module again. Search product. Then we will enter what to search. The name or the product ID. Let's choose product ID. Product ID 1. And this is it. As for the case 6, we'll back to the main menu. And for the default, in case the integer goes over the cases, it will print out this. So for the next one is the search. First code is the node current becomes the head. Then boolean flag equals to false, we will initialize it. So if the head is null, there's nothing to print, then return. So if the head has values or products, we will print out what product to search, the name or the product ID. And we have the choice for user input. So we will enter the ID or name. If we chose 1, we'll enter the name, then user input. So if our choice is 1 or we choose the name, while current is not equal to null, if, then an if statement, get product equals ignore case, the data, we're gonna ignore the case to avoid any errors. The flag will become true, and we have found what the product. Then it prints out the product name and product ID. Then sets the current to current.getNext. So if there's no it's not equal to, if it's not equal to the flag, data is not found. So for choice 2, which is the product ID, again, while the current is not equal to null, if and then if statement, current.getPID equals ignore case to avoid any errors. Again, the flag will become true, and it will print out we have successfully found what we're looking for, and prints out the product name and product ID. And again, the current will become the current.getNext. So again, if it's not equal to the flag or if it's false, the data is not found. Okay, for the next one, it's the display. Okay, record node, our current will become our head. So again, if the head is null, there's nothing to display, then returns. So if the head has values, this code runs where the current is not equal to null. It prints out the record ID, product name, and the total product. And the R current will become the R current.getNet. That's for the display. next is for the delete sale. Again, record node current will become the R head. Again, if head or the R head is null, there's nothing to display. We'll return. If the head has values, we'll select which one to delete, and this line of code is for the user input. So if the choice is greater than 0 or the choice is less than the count we have entered out of bounds, then it will return. So if our choice is 1, the R head will get the next, and we have successfully deleted the record at the front. It will decrement, display the sales, and return. So if the choice is equal to the R count, so if the head is null, there's nothing to be deleted in the current sales or products, then it returns. So if we want to delete at the end of a for loop, then current will become the current at get next. The current will set the next product to null, and the R tail will become the current. Then we have successfully deleted at the end of the products. It will decrement, display the sales, then return. As for the if we want to delete in the middle, the current will become the R head. So if the current is not equal to null, a for loop will run, then the current will become will get the next. Then the current will set the next value and get the next and the next to delete the middle part. Then it prints us the successfully deleted in the middle. It decrements, displays, then returns. For the last one, we have the R sale or record sale. We'll start with the node current will become the head. The record node, name it R current, will become the R head. So again, if the head is null, there's nothing to record or to display, then it returns. If the head is not equal to null, the code will run while current is not equal to null. We have object instantiation here to set the methods. We got nd. Let's set record sale. We're gonna get the current will get the sale, same as here. Get the product and get the stock. So if the head is null, the tail will become the nd. So as the head, and we increment. Then if we have current products, or we have some listings, we're gonna set the R tail will set the next to this this name. The R tail will become nd, then increment, then set the ID to R count. Then current will become the current that get next, and we have successfully recorded all the items listed. So that's it.